Hi, Tony Stelzo here. Welcome to the line. You know, we got a great show, man. I've got Phil Berry, one of our great clients, came into the studio because we were having such a hard time on the LinkedIn, the connection, right? Skype was letting us down. Phil has a great company, one of those businesses that's really starting to grow and explode because you guys really serve a very unique niche in this pharmaceutical space. Talk to this emerging space, and how did you get into this?
Well, Tony, actually the company started in 1981. Northwind Pharmaceuticals was originally founded as Pharmaceutical Corporation of America.
Okay.
We were built to serve the health departments and community clinics around the country.
Okay.
Started by a local doctor. I got involved with it about 12 years ago, had a chance to buy the company out in 2008.
Oh.
And what we specialize in is point-of-care medications for in-office dispensing.
Okay.
So we help doctors, practitioners, and really any clinic that is serving patients at the point of care with medications.
So why this is different and why this has grown, this niche has grown, is because we're really moving to this total wellness movement, right? This accountable care movement. And that means it's starting to happen at work. And these clinics are popping up. These on-site clinics are really popping up to help us be healthier at work, right? Especially if the payer's cutting the check, right? It's cheaper to keep us healthier. And you guys have really rode that and then now are evolving to serve that in a very different way, right? I mean,
that's correct.
How do you guys compete in the market today? What is the things that win you clients?
Well, what we do is, and you mentioned the worksite clinics, which is very big across the country right now as employers take a more aggressive stance in controlling the cost of healthcare. So what we do is we allow them to go out and provide the services on the site for their patients and to really complete it with the medications at the end. The way we compete with that is a mixture of prepackaged medications. We have software, we have service, we have specialty packaging that allows them to take those medications, hand it to the patient right there, make sure it's all captured in the systems, and then feed that back into really the benefits cloud, if you will, to make sure that the data is there.
So it's kind of it's really this mixed managed service product technology solution. It's kind of that, I mean, it's really what I see businesses doing is they're evolving to become a solution to a problem than to sell just a product or a service individually, right? I mean,
That's
you guys
correct.
you've got three moving parts. This is not easy stuff that you're coordinating here, right? I mean,
That's correct.
There's a lot of people, there's a lot of process, there's a lot of technology that's coming together to help serve your clients. I mean, that's really where you guys ended up, right?
Yes, that's part of it. And what we try to do is make it simple.
Okay.
So we bring medications, which everybody offers the same medications, but we put them in the sizes that the clinic needs, the patient needs, and then we make it really easy to get that drug from our distribution center into the patient's hand at the point of care.
Now, Phil, there's some big players in this space. I mean, you guys are not a small business, but there's some behemoths trying to go after this. How do you guys compete every day?
Well, the great news for us is in the $600 billion wholesale space, our niche, which is the dispensing niche, is probably $1 billion, $1.5 billion for what we do. So the behemoths really don't like to come down into our area. So ours is all built on service. It's built on availability, access. It's built on responsiveness. And so we compete really well because the big guys often struggle with that.
You've picked off really the sliver, this very small piece that they don't want to pay attention to. And then, you know, you've kind of noticed that it's growing and evolving, and then you serve the hell out of it. I mean, that's really what you guys are doing, right? I mean,
That's right.
I mean, and it sounds David versus Goliath. But you know, if you go that way, David didn't take Goliath down fighting him hand to hand, right? He did. He took him down from 70 yards away, and I think that's what's brilliant about what you guys are doing. I think you know, I'm going to be one on the show, and that I'm always looking for the unfair competitive advantage. And every time there's a company that comes in, they say service is the unfair competitive advantage, I literally want to throw them out the door. But I think that's what you guys are doing. You are legitimately providing service where there was a void, and is that fair?
Yeah, what we have to do is we have to be responsive and flexible, and it's hard sometimes to show that before you're in a relationship, but because of our size and our nimbleness, we do compete that way. The big guys, what they bring, and oftentimes we kind of, I guess, we cooperate with them as well, because they sometimes will supply us, and often we're servicing some of the same customers in different ways. We just bring a little extra value in the equation.
Well, you said it, and I think this is, it's custom servicing the client's needs by co-creating the end solution. It's not jamming down their throat what you deliver. It's working and involving with them to customize that. I mean, that's one of those things that most companies aren't they don't want, everybody wants to normalize something, right?
Oh yeah.
Because then we create the operational efficiencies, and we're the same way, right? We don't have one program that's working the same way, because usually growing a business is always different. But I think when you think about that you're willing to do that, to customize and deliver what they want, the way they want it, that's beyond service. That's evolving to meet the needs of the customer. So I mean, that's just great to have you on the show. Knowing that this space is moving, where do you see the future of it? Where is it? Where is this? Do you see, like, are we really going to get to accountable care? Is it going to happen? Is fee for service over? I mean, I know. I've been waiting to ask you that question.
Well, it is evolving quickly. Nobody really knows what's going to happen when it's all put into place. What we're trying to do is find those niches. We're trying to find those areas that are gaps in the service, and that we can step in and fill. Because it's about access, because it's about cost, because it's about trying to control it, we're trying to enable many of our customers to do that in their own way. The employer groups that have it, student health centers, occupational health groups, urgent cares, places where we can come in and say, where are the gaps in your care? How do you service those patients, and can we extend that? Giving them control of their supply chain, giving them control of the medications, and cutting out some of this noise, if you will, that happens when they're going into traditional benefits or some of the other programs and contracts they get stuck in. We can really offset some of those things and really bring the cost down. Where is it going? I don't know, but I do know there's still a lot of opportunity in it. I see a lot of improvement being made, and the conversations that are happening, they're very encouraging about the cost of healthcare in the future.
Just to end with this, like the one thing I've noticed is that in this space right now, the people, the process, and the technology have to come together to drive that down. And if you're a clinic and you're developing, you're the payer, you've got the bill. It's a bill, for lack of better terms, and you're trying to drive that cost down. Finding vendors like you that can partner in that cost savings to innovate, to customize, to think out of the box in a way to deliver that. I mean, that's what it means to be a solution provider these days. Would you agree?
I agree, and that's what we have to do. For example, for our worksite clinics, what we've done some analysis work on for the medications that we provide, we've been able to show a 50 to 60% reduction in costs over what's happening if they go out to a retail pharmacy out of their work sites. Wow. It's that sort of thing that gives us a little bit of an edge, and we're continuing to go out and look for more of that in the marketplace.
Hey, really appreciate you being on the line, man. Great show. Thank you.